So hi YouTube, what is up? Untied Hawaii here, and today we have a great video for you guys. Recently on Instagram and stuff, I've been seeing a lot of people doing like top 5 sneakers that they have in their collection, and majority of the time they're the most expensive sneakers that they have in their collection. So I figured it would be a good idea to kind of look at my own collection and figure out what are actually the most expensive shoes that I have in my collection right now, and what is the current resale prices of these shoes if I were to buy them dead stock. We'll be getting into that real quick though, but before we get into it, I do want to give a shout out to the sponsor of today's video, Manscaped. Alright, so for all of my dudes watching behind the camera right now, you guys need to listen up. Basically what's going on is right now everybody is locked down in quarantine, right? Everybody's staying at home. However, man, this thing is going to come to an end. The quarantines and stuff are going to come to an end, and at that point you're definitely going to want to be sure that you're ready for the outside world. And part of that, a big part of that, is that you want to make sure that your downstairs is all taken care of, guys. Because if you're going weeks and weeks without cleaning up down there, man, it's going to be hectic. But thankfully, Manscaped has got you covered in that area for sure. Because all you guys need to do is buy their Perfect Package 3.0 and you guys are set for your quarantine life. And two of the things that actually come in the Perfect Package 3.0 is the Crop Reviver and also the Crop Preserver. But the most important thing that comes in the Perfect Package 3.0 is right here, the Lawn Mower 3.0, guys. This is an essential in your daily grooming, man. This thing is waterproof, it's cordless, and because of the skin safe technology, man, there is nick-free shaving going on, which is super critical, man, because I know it can be kind of scary cleaning up down there, but man, with this, it is perfectly safe and perfectly fine. So you guys don't need to worry about that at all. And I gotta let you guys know, we have a super great deal for you guys today. Because not only will you be getting all of that stuff in the Perfect Package 3.0, but if you guys use the promo code Hawaii20 at checkout, you guys also get free shipping and also 20% off your order. I'll have all of that linked in the description below. And again, you guys should order today because you guys want to be ready, man. Once we leave this quarantine stuff, you guys want to be taken care of down there. You don't want to jungle down there. So make sure you guys clean up and use Manscaped today. Anyway, I think it is time to actually take a look at the top 5 most expensive shoes in my collection right now, guys. And coming in at number 5 is a very surprising shoe for me because this is one that got sneaky like with their pricing. This shoe right here is the Air Fear of God 1 in the Amarillo colorway or the yellow colorway. I think they changed it from Amarillo to yellow recently, and this is one that is very rare and hard to get now, but I did not expect the price to blow up like it did. This shoe was made completely from the ground up by Jerry Lorenzo, and as you guys can see, that yellow definitely pops all over the shoe. You guys can also see that Fear of God branding on the back over here and Air Fear of God over here on the midsole as well. Out of nowhere, this thing exploded in price. I picked this one up right after the release for about $700 or $800, somewhere in that range, and I thought that was already kind of expensive. These things exploded in value, and now this thing is actually selling for $2,000 plus, guys, and I think it's only going to keep going up, man. Number 4 on the list is this shoe right here, and probably my favorite sneaker in my collection, or at least one of my favorites. This is the Air Yeezy 2 Platinums. Personally, man, the colors on this thing and just the design overall is like one of my favorite silhouettes on a sneaker. Definitely like one of the most perfect sneakers you'll ever find anywhere on the market. And in terms of pricing, they keep going up like every single year, guys. As you guys can see, it is all about those details, man, with a whole bunch of different leathers, suedes, mesh. There's a whole mess of things going on over here, but it just really works very well together, and the color blocking itself is just very, very elegant, man. I love this thing a lot. Also, can't forget these lace tips. These things go so hard on this shoe. I really appreciate the fact that you can actually twist these off and change these out as well. Currently, if you guys want to buy this shoe dead stock, you're gonna have to spend $4,000 to buy this shoe now. Definitely one that will just continue to rise. So if you guys don't have this in your sneaker collection yet, highly recommend you pick it up because it's not gonna be dropping in value anytime soon. And with Kanye at Adidas, they probably will never retro these ever again. Coming in at number 3 on the list is a very sentimental shoe for me and one that I will keep in my collection for the rest of my life. This is the Nike SB Yellow Canaries Friends and Families, guys. And as you guys can see, I have a thing for yellow, so that's why 2 of my most expensive shoes are yellow, and both of them are actually Friends and Family colorways. I think they were both released the same year actually, so makes sense they were following that yellow trend. Has that Tiffany diamond over here, as well as these Velcro swooshes that come up, and you guys can see more of that Tiffany color over here. Also, in terms of color blocking, I think this thing is just on point as well, with those hints of Tiffany colors over the shoe, as well as that overarching yellow. And it is definitely one of the most expensive shoes in my collection, but in terms of sentimental value, this thing is priceless to me, guys, because this is the shoe that I actually proposed to my fiance Mari with. We were in Japan and I wanted to make sure that I had like a special shoe for the occasion, and it makes a lot of sense for me when you're proposing with a diamond to use like the diamond sneakers, you know? So these things have a special place in my heart, but they are also extremely pricey nowadays, guys, because if you guys want to buy this shoe dead stock now, these things are going for $5,000 $8,000 brand new. Most of that was driven by the fact that there was fake riots going on at ComplexCon. I was actually there for ComplexCon. There was no riots at all, but it definitely did create like news attention for it, and that's part of the reason why the prices of these skyrocketed. So it is what it is. Anyway, if you guys want to pick it up now, $5K. Coming in at number 2 on the list is a grail of mine for sure. This is the Air Yeezy 2 in the solar colorway, guys. This used to be the shoe that I needed the most like in my collection because I love the colorway on this so much, but over time for some reason I ended up liking the platinums a lot more just because the color diversity was a little bit better. But this thing is still one of the best shoes in my collection and one of the best shoes like in the world, I would say. The Air Yeezy 2 Solar is very similar to that platinum, except instead of the white upper it is switched out for black. I think that it works best with the gold lace tips over here because it does create a little bit more color diversity over the shoe, so that's why I keep that on. And in terms of pricing, guys, this one is a hefty price. Unlike the platinums, which is going for about $4,000 like we mentioned, these things are for some reason going for a lot more, because right now if you guys want to buy this shoe dead stock, they are going for $8,000. $8,000 brand new. I don't know what happened to make this one more expensive than the white ones, because I think stock was pretty much the same, but I guess people like this one a lot more because it's double the cost of the platinum. And finally, to no one's surprise, this is the most expensive sneaker in my collection, the Air Yeezy 2 Red October. And as you guys can see, there's a theme, guys. The Air Yeezy 2 line is definitely one of the most iconic lines in sneaker history and one of the most expensive as well. Exact same model as the platinum and the solar, but this one is just completely done in red. And even though it is an all red upper, I think that gold lace tip over here sets it off just enough to create some diversity. And because of the limited nature of the shoes, these were actually a lot more limited than both the platinum and the solars combined, and that translates into a very expensive shoe, guys. Some of these pairs are going dead stock online for over $15,000. $15,000 for a pair of red sneakers, guys. I could never spend that amount of money on a sneaker, but some people are actually doing it. Thankfully for me, this was a really crazy one because I actually caught this shoe for 35 bucks in a sneaker raffle. I got super lucky. I think it was like a 0.4% chance or something that I would win. Somehow came up on it, and yeah, these things are just going up over time. And what's insane is that you can sell this sneaker and get like a pretty decent used car for that same exact price. Crazy that a shoe can be the same price as a car, man. This is the world we're living in. But hey, man, people love their shoes. So that is it for the top 5 most expensive shoes in my collection. Almost $40,000 worth of sneakers in 5 shoes, guys. That is so ridiculous to me. And even though that number is super huge, I want to let you guys know that there are ways to cop these shoes for less. Like if you guys look for like slightly worn sneakers, you guys can cut that number probably in half, if not more. So if you guys are trying to build your sneaker collection, that is my biggest advice and biggest tip to you guys, is to not try to buy dead stock, because dead stock is like getting harder and harder to cop when shoes are going for like $15,000. Instead, look for lightly worn or secondhand shoes, because in that regard, if you guys can get them verified through apps like Goat and stuff, you're actually saving so much money that way. So I would highly recommend you guys check that out. As always, if you guys are new here, feel free to subscribe down below, like this video, and until next time, guys, stay humble, stay blessed, take care, and I will see you on the next episode. Aloha, shoot!